Hello folks, hope you're doing well. This subject I have done a few times already. Well, over the last 2 years, definitely. Over the past 10 years, absolutely and totally. I've spoken about this many times. I've spoken about it to myself and to others. Yeah, and to me, this is a fundamental thing that should always have been fundamental, but I don't think it was. And I understand, because when I look at my life, did it seem fundamental all the time? No, not really. And that issue is giving your life. That what should giving your life actually mean? That if you give your life to God, it should actually mean that you've given your life to God. Yeah, that's what I've said in the past. That there really is no such thing as a non-radical Christian. Because if you've truly given your life to God, of course your life should look very different to those people in the world. The way you deal with things, the way you respond to things, your life should be so different to the people in the world, because you've given your life to God, they've given their life to the world. Although they don't understand that, but their life does belong to the world, and their life reflects that. So, what does your life reflect? And as I say, I'd have to be honest and say, in my life there were sort of sways. That's why I said, I look back at 27 years and say I failed miserably during that time. During most of that time. I mean, the reality is, when we give our lives to God, we take it back more or less straight away, because we have no concept of what giving your life really is and what it's all about. Well, because, look at an example. Anyone who's in the forces, especially the higher levels of the forces, they basically have given their life to that, but they're willing to die for it. That's the point. They're willing to die for it. They live, breathe, eat, sleep that. If that's what they're going to do, and they've given their life to something that's worldly, that isn't of God, how much more should we be that? And that's like, I looked at Wigglesworth and the things of Wigglesworth, and I thought, how could we ever do that? In today's society, of all the crap we've got coming into us. And I've always thought, he would be a bit of a nightmare to know, because he was so radical. And with him, he managed to achieve, his relationship with God, and his ministry managed to achieve fantastic, phenomenal things. But that's because of the fact that he lived and breathed God. Everything was God. Well, I'd say he probably was at about 60% of that. But we have to get to a point where we can be that. Where we can be at least at that level. Now, I know, difficult. With the internet and everything that can bring, it's difficult, I'm not going to try and say that that's an easy thing to be able to achieve. Have I achieved it? No. No, I say I'm probably about 20% to 30 maybe. Right now. Could I claim to be higher? No. I mean, I could be approaching 40, I suppose. But it's such a long way to go. It really is. Such a long way to go. But yeah, I mean, I would love, whether I understand that maybe that wouldn't be the case, but I would love if God really said to people, now, we're going to start taking this seriously. Yeah, I believe we are in the last days. Very much so. And because of that, there is a massive harvest to bring in. Or say it as in fishermen, there's a massive catch to bring in. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do. And if we're not radical, if we haven't really given our lives to God, we won't be able to be part of it. Because the job is so big. There is so much to do. And we can't have people that are half-hearted. And so if God said, right, all in or not in, I would say, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can respect that. Well, because part of the problem up to now has been not all in. I say, just look at church, the fact that people basically say that we've given our lives to God and we're willing to give, about an hour on Sunday, about an hour Tuesday night, Thursday night. That's what we're willing to give. Yeah, so excuse you gave your life. Your life. How has your life come down to 3 hours a week? Yeah, I think that's a yeah. So going forwards, yeah. People have the right to choose. If they want to be of the world, they can be of the world. Of course. If they want to be of the world, go for it. If you want to stay in church as it is, you stay there. Good luck to you. Seriously, good luck to you. Yeah, as I say, you are. If you're that, then you are the same as the world. If you haven't given your life fully to God, and you're not prepared to, then you're basically the same as the people of the world. You're no more use to anybody than they are, really. Certainly with regards to bringing people to a relationship with God. If you don't have that, how can you bring people to that? You know? If you're not willing to give your life fully to God, then you're not willing to say that my life belongs to God. Yeah, I mean, how on earth anyone who's been in the church, even had a little taste of God, even a tiny little taste of, who God is, what He can do in His love, how they would want to go back to not. I have no idea. I cannot comprehend. I said I that situation going back. When was this? Got to be about 98 it was. Yeah, when God took His presence away from me, just for a short while. And when I felt the blackness, when I felt the darkness, and then God later said that's what the people in the world are actually in. It's just that's all they've known, so they can't see it. But that darkness, it was horrendous. And that's what being of the world is. Can I go back to it? No, God no. No. No way, shape or form. I couldn't cope in that now. Because I know, as I said, there's no hope there. For the majority of people, it's a hopeless situation. That's why with COVID, a lot of people were pushed over the edge and the suicide rate went sky bloody high. That's why there are people joining dead churches now. Because they're hopeless, they're looking anywhere. That's why they go into other religions and other things. That's why they go into cults and stuff like that. It's because of the fact they are so desperate, so hopeless. As I say, this is why it infuriates me when people in the church say we're doing okay, we're doing well. So, no, you're not. You really are not doing well in any way, shape or form. You're doing terribly badly. As I said in the last one, it's quite likely that a lot of people in church, even most, never actually came out, never stopped being of the world. That's why they can comfortably be in a church that is of the world. In so many ways. Again, I didn't understand it until after after September. Yeah, I was doing walk and talks. I mean, the videos are up there for you to find, and just understood that the world system is, I just don't, anymore. It doesn't fit with me now. Yeah. The whole way that the world does things and the way that God's system is supposed to be, they are contrary to each other. That's why it should be a case where, when you are of God, when you've given your life to God, that's why it should be a case where mother is turned against father, son against parents, parents against sons, and brothers against sisters, because you're supposed to be so different to what you were before. There is supposed to be an incredible change in who you are as a person. And yet we don't see that. So I'd be very happy if Father said, right now you're going to be in completely or you're going to be out completely. I'd respect that. Well, because if people are out completely, hopefully they realise, hopefully they start to see that they're completely out, and they have an experience of what I did in '98 when Father took his presence away. Hopefully they have that and they come running back. I really just hope that would be the case for their sake. Yeah. Well, with Father, anything's possible, so let's hope that'll be the case. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Have a great weekend, and rest of the week as well. Yeah. Have a good one. Sleep well, sweet dreams, and all the rest. It's now 9:30, so there you go. You take care. Bye bye. God bless.